Okay, hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Bunnysays. I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Doki Doki Literature Club. And it's still freaking me out, this picture here. Now, last session, or the session before that, made an incredible revelation there where Sayori killed herself. Was hanging from the roof from her in her room, and suddenly the game tricked us and trolled us real bad and wouldn't let us reload. Quite mean, I thought. And it's funny now. I was just opening up the game and it was saying, this game is not for children, those who are easily disturbed. And I was just thinking, okay, yeah, I get it now. To be honest, I really didn't expect that. Okay, so we went through and it seemed to start the game over again, and we were going through, so there's some the same stuff, and then weird stuff started happening. Every once in a while the text changes, and the tone is completely different now. Well, sort of. You have this it's funny looking at it from a different perspective. You hear this music and it's a sort of cutesy music, sort of, and it's a very different you're listening to it very differently, knowing what you know. And it's not so funny now with little cute pink curtains and pink text and all this type of thing. And okay, well, anyway, we did our first poem, and we were talking to Yuri, and then Yuri started acting sort of strange, and she took off. And now we have Natsuki and Monica to show up home too, and I'm starting to worry this is going to get worse. And I'm worried that one of them is going to suddenly, there's like 10 little Indians, the old Agatha Christie, and I'm afraid they're going to start like dropping dead like flies. Okay, should I show my poem? Well, let's keep with Monica. I should start with Monica. She is the president, and yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I wanted to know I'm putting in effort. And it's funny, I can't just like bypass all this text or anything, because it's changing. There's different things are happening. The room was tilting, and I swear the music had suddenly changed, where it slowed down a bit and then sped back up again. Maybe not, I don't know. But okay. Here's Monica. Hi, buddy. Having a good time so far? Well, I don't know if we'll... Okay. Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, how about we bring my dead friend back? I would like that. I'm always listening. You didn't listen to that. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Well, alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Yeah. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Well, you don't have to, but... Okay. Don't worry, buddy. We're all a little embarrassed today, Excuse me. Hold on, let me grab some... have a bit of a drink here. Sorry, that's my coffee cup. Okay. We're all a little embarrassed today, but it's that sort of barrier that we'll learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Bunny. I was going, ooh, in my head while reading it. Really. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. Oh yeah, I remember her saying that before. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low, and I said this before too. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Yeah, but she's not here. Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. What? Well, hold on. Did she just say she's totally detached from reality? But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. What? She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. Excuse me, I don't remember this part before. That's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. Does she get really unhappy if we don't? Like axe-wielding unhappy? I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. What? I don't remember this part. Like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Oh, okay. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri. I'm back. It's Yuri. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Yeah? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, and so I'm glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good, says Monica. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not be very good. Yeah, I remember that. I wonder if it's the same poem now. It's okay, well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Oh, okay, yeah, is it the same poem? Hole in Wall. Okay, yeah, it's the same title, I remember that. Okay, Hole in Wall. Alright. But he wasn't looking at me. Oh, no, this... It's the same name. What? Okay, Hole in Wall. Okay, that's the title, Hole in Wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my burned eyes could no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks in my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. No, that's not the same poem. That's totally different. Hole in Wall, but he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glance at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks in my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. Sounds rather frightening, this one. I don't know why, but it, well, yeah, I do. The sentences are rather terse. They seem to be talking like the paranoid feel to it. Confused, I frantically glance at my surroundings. And it sort of starts in the middle, but he wasn't looking at me. It starts right there in the middle, Listen to this room, are they talking? Listen. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. Yeah. Panic, there must be a way out. It's right there, he's right there. Still has a mysterious he. But he wasn't looking at me, he's right there. Okay. I like the other one better, it seemed sort of nicer. This one sort of is freaking me out. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. That's okay. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. Excuse me, my throat's starting to go a little bit. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. Kind of epiphany. Her epiphany's just starting to freak me out now. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. She just realized that there's no point to life and that she should kill all her friends. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Okay, let's say this one. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, or your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Okay, I remember this. Just force yourself to write something down on paper and tidy it up later. I agree. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll get a big dark puddle of ink. I remember that. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Okay, thanks for listening. Okay, we do get to... Oh god, who should I show it to? Natsuki or Yuri? Let's go with Natsuki first. Just okay. I'm afraid of what I'm going to hear from Yuri. Okay. There's Natsuki now, she's standing there. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. It's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. Okay, that's true. Just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. You want to get smacked. Okay. I'll pass. Sigh. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. So it's going to be different too now? Okay. Oh, okay, it's the same, is that? Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Okay, yeah, that's the same one. We went through that before. Okay, yeah. I told you that you weren't going to like it. I like it. What? Okay, just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Excuse me. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Okay, I remember all this, like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand, but the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set it for a rhyme at the end, but they made it fall flat on purpose. Yes. It helps bring out the feelings in the last line. True. So you do. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. Glad you learned something. Okay. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. Okay, I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Very nice of you. Okay, it's Yuri. Alright, let's see this. Okay. It's Yuri. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. What? Really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? The use of imagery metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Well, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. Oh yeah, this is where that's okay. Just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. I remember this. Okay, in other words, they tend to pick a style separate from the topic matter, and they form for the two together. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once she refines her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you could be blamed for. There's so many different kinds of skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but putting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. Excuse me. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about other people like that, sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, and to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Okay, here it comes. That's what I was waiting for. Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Yeah, she looks unusually, her face, her expression. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Okay. This looks shorter and ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Now isn't this the same one? Yeah, I remember this. This is the same one, is it? Ghost Under the Light. Huh. I'm sorry to have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, that's because I was thinking about it. Well, I just don't read script very often. No. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Yeah. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. Wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Uh-huh. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, buddy. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it, after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in our last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. Is that foreshadowing? And soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solid, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Yeah. It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive, too, so... Yeah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. Oh. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, buddy. Oh, thank you. Me too. Okay. Phew. Okay. I guess that's everyone. Well, except for Sayori, our dead friend, who What? Okay. I swear the music just messed up again. Like I said, except for Sayori, our dead friend, who I sort of miss. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Yeah, even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in a notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. Okay. What's with this language? It's Natsuki. Yuri, huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute. Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feelings of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Yeah? I mean, you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say. Oh yeah, I remember this. Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. Oh. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who really actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it. And Bunny did too. Oh. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. Okay. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Bunny liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Yeah. Okay. That's not what I... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Bunny appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? You're that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Okay, I remember this and it's sort of funny again. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Bunny started showing up. Oh god, yeah, I do remember this. Atsuki. Okay, here's Monica, thank you. Atsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Taking out your own insecurities on others like that? Says Yuri. Oh. Shit. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Hey, look who's talking to you, wanna be edgy bitch? What? Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. Oh god, what the hell's going on? See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. What the hell's going on? If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. Wow, okay, this became really nasty. Yuri, you think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? Wow. The only thing cute about you is how hard you try. Whoa, be careful. You might cut yourself at that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What? What the fuck is wrong with your head? What? Okay. Yeah, go on. Let Bunny hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly Yuri turns toward me, as if she just noticed I was standing here. Bunny, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. Monica. What the hell's going on? What? What the hell was that? There's a choice between Natsuki and Yuri. Oh, what a bunch of words just flew by. On the screen, what? Alright. Oh, am I supposed to know what I'm choosing? What the hell am I supposed to pick? Is it who I agree with? Oh, is it, who is being named? I have no idea, I don't know. Where the hell is Monica? Okay. Okay, that didn't work, apparently. You ready? What the hell's going on? Hello? Why is it doing that? Hello? Okay, it's Monica's face, her huge head. What the hell? Hello? Monica? Help? It's Monica. Okay, this is weird. Hey, Bunny. Why don't we step outside for a little bit? Yeah, let's do that. Okay? Yeah, please. Sorry about that. they really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to just stay out of this. Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Well, they turn really nasty real fast. They're swearing and everything. Okay, so I'm president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my own foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Oh, that'd be nice. Suddenly Natsuki runs out of the classroom. Oh, she's crying. There's Natsuki. She looks disheveled, and she quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. There was Monica. Okay, here's Yuri. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth on the desk with her palms on her forehead. Oh, wow. Okay. This turned ugly pretty quick. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. I did. Bunny, please don't hate me. Please. Okay, I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. Monica, it's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. I don't even know what you did. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Oh, I don't know about that. That didn't look like her running out of the classroom crying. Doesn't look like completely. Okay. All right, yeah. That's a lot of wishful thinking there. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go now if you want. What, we're gonna keep the meeting going for a little bit longer so we could just, have more horrible fights? Okay. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. No, Monica can stay here, and you could... I'd like to stay a little bit longer. Okay, maybe I should leave too with her. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. Thank you. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I just didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Bunny. Would be just embarrassing with you listening. So I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble. But okay. The fuck was that? Alright. Okay. Hey, apparently we're home, and we're going to do our next poem, and, that changed. We'll save here, and, yeah, okay, I'll save here, and, we'll go through our next poem, next time, and, as Bunnysays, thank you for joining me, and, is it me, or do they look really unhappy now? Little pictures here. They looked like this before, didn't they? I don't remember. No, I'm starting to look at judge them now a little bit differently. Okay, but anyway. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you join me again next time as we continue on and see how this is going. It's starting to change awfully quick. And it's getting a lot more interesting, actually, to me. Okay. But thank you for joining me, and I hope you join me again next time, as Bunny says, and I'll say goodbye for now. So, thank you.